Well, pitter patter, let's get the fuck at her. How we doing tonight, guys?
Good.
Yeah,
Doing great.
we're hanging in there for fucking wasted Wednesdays. I am not gonna say I was not drinking earlier. I fucking wrecked, but it is what it is. So tonight we got self care going on. Nicole, what do you got up for us first?
Like funny video wise or just like
Whatever you got.
okay, so pretty much I'm just gonna give you a little bit of overview and then we're gonna get into funny topics on self-care and self-love because that'll be easier to play off of. Self-care and self-love, the act of self-love is one that should be personal and specific to each individual. That's pretty much the definition. And then another thing, self-love often includes practicing self-comparison, forgiving yourself, setting healthy boundaries, and prioritizing yourself. So these are like positive things on self-care and self-love, but most of the time what ends up happening with social media, it kind of plays into a negative or more of a funny aspect of it. Wouldn't you agree, Joe?
I would absolutely, but my form of self care is going in and violating that loofah. That's what I do.
Don't you do that on a daily basis?
Well, you got to love yourself every day.
Right.
You could stick your balls in the testicuzi. There's a lot of
I
things.
still didn't even know there was a hole in the loofah, but
there is a hole.
No, not in my loofah.
Listen,
There's no hole in my loofah.
It's a small hole, but 9/16 of an inch. You don't really need to cram that far into it, so you only need a little bit.
Right. They do say that human beings are not machines, and putting our bodies through intense training without filling our minds with positivity can lead to us to crash.
I could definitely, I could agree with that. I mean, shit. I mean, I played sports. Jimbo, I think you played sports. Zach, you played sports. Nicole, you played sports.
I cheered, dance.
That's a sport. Then remember, like, you would get home from practice and literally fucking crash out. And then you would wake up in like the middle of the night after like 2 hours of sleep and go, fuck, I'm late for school. And then you realize it's 3:30 in the morning, go back the fuck to bed. Like we're not built to just be running at both ends all the time. I'm guilty of that. I'll be honest. I don't fucking sleep. So, if you don't take care of yourself, you're gonna end up fucking just crashing. I mean, I know it's coming. Saturday night, I'll probably pass out and not even go anywhere or do anything and waste the weekend. But
that's what I usually do. I lay in bed all weekend. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
I guess I bed rot all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that thing to me is kind of fucking confusing. So explain this shit to me.
So bed rotting is a form of supposed self-love and self-care that literally you're in bed all day, you're eating in your bed, you're watching TV, you're just not literally leaving it. And it's supposed to be like just a form of like resting and like getting your stuff together. I do forms of bed rot, but like I also like struggle with mental health issues. So like sometimes I'd just be in my head, but I don't know if I'm like really like being like, hey, I want to bed rot for the day. It's more like I'm just in my head and I just not feeling like getting up. But I don't know.
I took that a whole nother way.
Really?
I took that out. When you said bed rot, the first time I heard that, all I kept thinking about was like sticky fluids in the sheet while you're rotting there. And here's my thing. I don't know about Zach or Jim, right? I know we're kind of a little bit on the older end, but when you lay in bed for more than 6 hours, I feel crippled getting out of the bed, right? Like I can't move. I can't stay in that bed all day.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I do feel like shit when I get out, but
well, but you know what I mean? Like self-care is supposed to make you feel good afterwards, right?
No,
like you're supposed to feel refreshed. Like that testicuzi, I stuck my balls in it. It was really fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like I wish I still had it. It was a square this big. It had 2 concaves. You put a little water in it. You stick your balls in it, and it warms it up and like massages your undercarriage.
Wow.
I mean, but that's self-care. Look, you just sit there and kind of chill.
I feel like it's more like a form of self-love. You're loving on yourself.
Well, that's for Fetish Friday. Let's not jump the gun on that one yet.
Right.
Zach, you know what? Before we go any further in this, Zach, what do you do for self-love? Self-care, not self-love. That's Friday. Self-care.
I do kind of the bed rotting thing, but that's not by choice. That's depression. Like I'm crippled. I'm stuck in that bed to make myself feel better is literally to make Jen and the kids happy. Like, that's what makes me happy. Like, I don't like gifts, but I love giving them. Like, that, I don't do much, like, but that's the stuff that makes me happy, is literally making somebody else happy. That literally does so much for me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would
I'm the
definitely
same
agree.
way.
Yeah.
I'm definitely the same way. I think, let's see, I can count on one hand the amount of gifts I've ever received from anybody that I dated or was in a relationship with, but I can not count the amount of gifts I've given anybody that I was with.
Same.
I couldn't. Like, I did shit for
Yeah.
my one. Every week on Wednesday, I'd bring her sunflowers. Every week, never failed. Didn't matter if I have to drive to Ohio, had to go to West Virginia for them. I brought blood sunflowers every time home, just to watch her smile. It made me feel better. But that was
Yeah.
my self care, like you,
Yep.
Jimbo. What do you do for self care? I mean, I drink whiskey too for self care. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's when I don't have my kids, it's pretty much, pouring a drink, staying in bed. But every time I get the kids, they bring me out of everything, you know. It's such a fresh, what's the word? Fresh air to be around them.
Yeah.
And I feed off their energy, you know, and that's the best self-care I have, is being around my kids.
You don't want to miss anything, yeah.
Not a second. Not a second.
I can be honest with you. When I'm depressed as fuck and I'm really in the thick of it, I cook. I will sit in that fucking kitchen and I will beat. I won't eat a single fucking piece of it, but I will cook a fucking 12-course meal. And by the end of it, I feel so much better. But I'm so exhausted from being fucking beat up mentally. That's my self care. Is I just pass out.
Yeah.
What do you do for self care, Nicole?
I like hanging out with my kids too. I like to be like really involved in the kids' like lives. Like I really like Girl Scouts and like because it's really active. And I don't know. I like being around other kids. I'll do anything for my friends, but I also like to get my nails done. I feel like that is a form of self care. Like I get all excited when I get to go.
Oh,
get
you
my
have
nails done.
boyfriend? You have boyfriend?
Yeah.
Why you wouldn't have
I
boyfriend?
can barely understand my nail lady, to be honest. Her name is like something else, but she lets me call her Linda.
You know, and that was one of the things that I never fucking understood. So I used to get dragged. I have an Italian mother, right? And she's 4'11". We're gonna leave it at that because if she ever sees this podcast, I'm dead. But there's Jim's self care.
Oh, I love that, Steven.
I love Jim.
that. Yes, mental health days are important, no matter what. Exactly.
Snack time.
I
Baby.
hated the nail salon, like the smell, the fucking, and it's so fucking loud. At least I was growing up in New York. You walk in, and it's just like fucking rows of people. It looks like the goddamn DMV, and that you just hear. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ!
You hear more than that.
Well,
Like a
true,
bunch of
but
fucking cats.
well, that's next door, and then there's also the coming from the massage parlor.
Yeah, really.
The problem that I have with the nail salon is it always brings back hours of me just sitting there, right? So when my ex wanted me to always go with her, I was like, fuck you, take the credit card, goodbye. My self-care was letting her go to that by herself and me sitting there with my balls out watching TV.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it.
Actually, my ladies, there's never anyone in there when I go in there. That's the greatest part. She's dead.
It's a front. It's a front.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's a front for the People's Republic.
The old place I used to go to used to be super busy. So, but most places are. But this place, fortunately, I'm fortunate enough that they don't have the business. So I'm very lucky that I go to her and she don't have the business right now.
Can you spell money laundering?
Yeah, right. Exactly. I could smell the illegal.
Yeah.
But could you do me a favor, Nicole? You got to do this, and you got to film it, please. Go in, and the next time she's doing your nails, just look at her and go, "You have boyfriend?" And see what she says. Please,
oh no, she go how you TikTok. I do a friend. I do a friend.
Whatever you do, don't tell her about the podcast until after this.
You're not gonna have any left.
She about
Your nails are gonna
died.
be
And
like
she
this.
gives me a discount.
Linda
Shit.
will be looking at you like, "Oh yeah, bitch. Okay, we fix your nail real nice." You come out
Yeah.
and
I
like
give you
you have
fungus.
good nails are gone.
She'd be like, I will do no more design for you. No more
Oh,
design.
you want pedicure? No problem. Lieutenant
No.
Dan coming right up. Like, fuck
Oh,
out of
shit.
here. Yeah, Jimbo loves peanut butter. We're good, and it's got to be crunchy though. We found that out. It's got to be crunchy.
Fucking super crunchy.
Listen, Skippy, like you're not like a Peter Pan guy or any of those.
Whatever's
like
on sale. I
Oh,
eat it
fair.
all.
Okay.
I have
You
no
don't-
favorite. Well, I can't even fucking say it. I like peanut butter, baby. If it's on
Okay.
sale, I'll buy a bite of it.
I like peanut butter too.
It's a. I do. I
You
love
like
peanut butter.
I like it with jelly.
See, I like. I'll eat Reese's like a motherfucker.
I can't do
but
peanut
like
butter because it gets stuck to my teeth because my teeth are
Mm.
fake, so can't do peanut butter by itself.
Well,
Like, I
could
can't
you
do caramel either.
Reese's?
I can't do well. I like Reese's, but like Reese's and like caramel, anything like I do the caramel suckers, but like
Wait.
yeah, I can't leave them. Yeah,
You're the vice president. You putting it in your mouth? Oh,
Yeah,
caramel.
of course. Didn't you
Gotcha.
know?
No, I'm sorry. I call her. I
You
call
didn't know
her
I love
caramel.
females. Let's go.
My bad. I'm sorry. We're not getting political here. Just remember who's on the shelf back there. I'm just saying.
Bro.
Couldn't help it. But you know, the peanut butter brings up a good point. We'll touch back on that when he eats it again. Go ahead, Nicole. You're up. What do we got next?
There was another there was a lot of like self-care like videos on like them like doing self-care on their animals, and I'm sorry, but I'm not very big on like I don't know if that's like funny or if that's like totally just wrong.
I'm with you, Jim. What the
Yeah, that's
Wait,
illegal in some states, I think.
Come
Yeah,
again? Wait. Say this again. So
Doing
we
self-care with
really.
animals.
Yes. So
Is this in
literally-
Alabama?
Like, are you
This
talking
is
about
a
like,
video-
yoga? Or
like literally she was
or
putting
like-
some like cream that looks like it came from I don't know.
Wait, I got some pesos around here. Is that what
Yeah,
we're talking about?
and then she was dripping it down with water on her golden retriever, and then she's putting the mask on it,
Oh.
and it has a headband around its ears, and you know you're not supposed to do anything to it. It was all bad. And then she's patting the dog's cheeks like this.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So was she
and
sitting
the
there
dog
with a
was
little?
smiling afterwards.
as long as it was like this. and
That
not
was
like
the
I
this.
dog
swear,
piece.
it must have taken 50 clips, you know, like 50 tries of like her trying to put this video together, transition. Yeah.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad that you didn't say that it was like self-care with dogs or animals where they're like in a pot and you're just bathing them in some bone broth and then throwing some. I thought that's where we were going with all this.
Oh no,
No.
no.
But
Right.
you're talking like
I was
literally a
thinking something
spa day. A spa day
Like
for you.
literally
No, I know.
all day for, but not you like using like human, like not. I don't know. Do they make? I don't know if they make.
Well,
like,
human products
dog
are tested
skin.
on animals anyway, unless they say
Well,
specifically not tested on animals.
I guess
And
so.
then-
Yeah. So they're literally putting all these products on these animals. But I mean, what's why? Like, I mean, I don't know.
Did she? Did they put lipstick? Please tell me they didn't put lipstick. That would
Yeah, the
definitely
lip
be
scrubber and
Alabama.
everything, and then the dog's licking it, and it was just really bad.
That's cruelty,
Yo.
man.
That brings a whole
Yeah.
new meaning to fucking Red Rock. Yeah. And we're back
That's
to the
what the
peanut butter.
stuff looked. It looked like peanut butter, and she's literally just crouching on the golden retriever, and I'm like, oh.
Was
There's a
this a
donkey
scene
show
from
going
Orange
on
is the
in the
New
next show.
Black? Like, Jesus
Yeah, I don't know
Christ,
what it
holy
was.
shit.
And
Here,
she
come
had
lick this
over
peanut butter.
100K views. 100K views on this.
She had
one
100K
video
views for like
for
fucking
this
But
around
dog
with her
doing
dog.
some
But
skincare.
it's your dog. It doesn't count. It's your dog. It's okay. It's your dog.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that what people in Alabama or Kentucky say when they find a goat?
No, it's from a movie. It's from Road Trip.
Yeah.
Oh, road trip.
He's like, no, it's okay. It's your dog. But it's your dog. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that one. The retriever.
So anywho,
Yeah.
I think it
Anyway,
might
there was
be,
Yeah, well, a golden retriever's loyal as fuck. But you know, if I tried to do that to Piper over here, she'd probably bite the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I can't even get my dogs to brush them. I can't even get them in the bath.
Do you know how hard it is to clean this
And
dog's
this dog
ears?
was just chilling.
She loves the bath. That I could
That
tell her.
reminds
She'll
me
jump
of,
right the fuck in.
them two old boys that were sitting on the porch. watching the dog lick his own balls out in the middle of the yard, and one boy looks at the other and says, "You know what? I wish I could do that." And he goes, "I wouldn't try it. He might bite you."
How far
Yeah.
south are you? From south.
Yeah.
You know,
We're
And for my
actually-
southern friends, I'm kidding.
You know,
I'm kidding.
You know, we're actually in South Jersey, where I'm at. We're south of the Mason-Dixon line
Shut the fuck up. Okay,
Yeah.
so you are southern.
because it sets like this. It doesn't sit like this. It's like this. So the little
Well,
tip, the reservoir tip, is south of the Mason-Dixon.
speaking of reservoir tips, a funny fucking self-care one a trend too that's going around is that these women collect their husband's semen. They make jewelry out of it and face masks. Can you believe this shit? Like,
Talk about a pearl necklace.
is that theft?
I mean, I was
Right?
told it's really good for for skin clearing.
I heard it was really good for digestion, only if they eat pineapple. I'm just kidding. But like, you're gonna take somebody's spunk and just go all over the damn face and war paint yourself.
No,
But
I'd
there's
rather
another-
swallow it.
But
there are channels dedicated.
you're
to
a
that, my
classy
friend.
lady. I like it.
Yeah, you are.
But, you know, there's a flip to that too, right? So like, we're talking like that's kind of gross. Like, we thinking about it, right? Like, how much fucking jizz do you got to hold in a cup to make a fucking face mask where it literally you could see it and take a pumice stone and grind it off? Well,
Right.
there's a flip to that where guys
Yes,
will
it
take
depends
their
on the size of the face.
I guess the size of the load too, Jesus, or how long or when the last time was. But guys, there's a trend out there but right before we started, I was searching some dumb things and they take period blood and they
Oh,
put that
wow.
on there. I swear to God. And
Yeah,
they
that's
put it
just
on.
nasty.
It's fucking gross, right? And I'm sitting here reading this while we're all sitting here talking, and I'm like, come again? But apparently,
Blah.
it's the cells inside of it rejuvenate the skin. So here's
Doesn't
my
matter.
question.
It doesn't
Here,
matter.
but
It doesn't
Jim,
matter.
think about it though. You ever gonna walk up to your girl and be like, "Yo, let me get that little cotton swab over there, and let me just war paint myself."
I've never
happened,
wanted
but not on
wrinkles more in
purpose.
my life.
Right? I'll
It's
take the
happened, but not on
fucking
purpose.
divot pockmark. Did you
I mean,
say
some men
herpes?
don't mind.
Hey,
That's how you get
red,
pink eye.
Having
red,
Look,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not.
called
down
serial
with it.
killers, Nicole.
Listen, I'm
Red wings
no.
happen. Red wings
Going down
happen, but it's
under.
usually not on purpose.
You know what though? Sometimes if they're really fucking pain in the ass right on that special time of the month, they want it that bad. So give it to them. Screw it.
So
It's
put towels
just-
down, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying spread it on your
No, I
face.
mean I know.
I'm
no,
not
I
like-
know some men that actually like to like.
No, I'm good.
What
Okay.
eat? They like to
Yeah.
fucking munch on it.
Yes.
They want to earn. No, I'm not
Yes,
trying to.
yes,
I ain't looking like the
yes.
Joker.
I'm like,
No wonder-
oh, I'm on my period. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, listen, to use little Joey down there while the river's flowing red, fine, okay, but I'm not putting my fucking mouth down there. I don't
Look,
like.
Zach's so gross.
I do not any of it.
But here's my question though: like, who the fuck wants to taste copper in their
I'm
mouth?
not saying
I'll
I was
fucking
into
go.
it, but like that's.
Did
like,
Did you
some
imagine
men
you
do
come up
mine.
looking like the Joker? Like, why so serious? Well, because you just ate her out while she, what do you? I'm not
The
going to
copper's
say
the,
that.
copper's the other end.
I mean, like, I guess in some cases it's happened. Like, you didn't know your woman was gonna get her period, and then you end up like,
Yeah, as an
it
accident,
happens,
like
as
an oh
accident.
shit, wrong.
Like
hole.
that's different. But like, I don't know. Some men like really don't mind.
Oh, I'm blaming her.
Maybe
Chat.
you men do.
She knew it
Chat.
was. She knew it was time. I'm blaming
Chat.
her.
It was
Chat,
personal.
I want to know, chat, who in the fucking look face paint period mask, gross.
Gross.
Puts a brand new spin on Red Wings. Yeah, go talk to Detroit about that. Here we go. No, nope, never.
Never.
What, man? Listen, look, you have
I
an
mean,
interesting
It's
thing.
happened to me before.
I would say probably Gen Z, if I had to guess. It's the same people that you could yeet out of existence with gluten. What? I mean, think about it. If these kids go to fucking war, it's you know how easy it is to take them out.
I mean,
Just
I
get a
wouldn't say there's
bag of
lot
flour
them
and
out
throw
there,
it at
but
them.
Yeah.
No, the people who
Maybe
eat
it's
that.
more like a thing to be like, I really don't mind, like trying to make you not feel so bad about yourself, but really doesn't end up happening. I don't know.
Here's my thing. If I was down there and Aunt Flo decided to come a day early, I'm not going to be happy about it. I'll pull away. I'll wash my mouth out, and I'll go play in it. But
Right. It's not going to be a big deal. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Right,
Oh,
like
I'm what the fucking. No.
Well, that's because you're married. Okay, Jim and I are single, so there's a different. You're married, okay? You would be like, "What the fuck?" And you're still gonna get laid tomorrow. If we do that, then say goodbye to that one, right?
Yeah.
No, so
Yeah,
like,
I got, yeah, them are facts.
but at the same token, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, look, it's my little gusher." Fuck out of here.
Nah,
I'm
call me in
sorry.
5 to 7 days.
I don't even have one, so it doesn't matter.
No, either does Jen, thank God.
Listen,
Why is
we
my
can just
name on
all
the phone Detroit Red Wings?
listen. Get a dental dam, right?
Hey, you
Remember
guys
them
are talking
fucking
about
things?
my home team.
Yep,
I'm from Detroit.
we know.
Rock City.
Anyway.
But you remember
Okay.
dental dams?
Only
Anybody?
in
I know.
movies they
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You
I
know
never
about
fucking.
diaphragms
Remember
Nah.
Booty Call?
or
Yeah.
diaphragms?
But a
Why do
dental
you need
dam
to
went
at 2
over it.
a.m. in the morning?
Yeah.
So you could eat it. It
Yeah.
was like a sheet of. It was
Yeah.
like a piece of paper.
It was
that
a
would
girl
lay over
condom.
I've
top
never
and-
seen these.
It was
Like,
like a
here's-
girl
Do not
condom
exist.
almost.
Right, pretty much. Like, but here's the thing: what the
Might
fuck's
as well
the point of
jerk off
that?
with a catcher's mitt.
Well, now they
Right.
have
I mean,
those
I
cups
like the
you-
taste of
for
it. Like, what the
periods.
fuck?
Instead of like tampons or pads, you can like put a menstrual
Yeah,
cup up
Diva
there.
cup. The
Diva
Diva cups, those are fucking gross.
Yeah, I've
So
never
here's the-
used one.
Gross.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, you're putting a cup up there with a little
It's
tail like
reusable.
this.
That's like TTTS's.
Yeah, but here's
It's
the fucked
the
up part.
toxic syndrome.
It's a fucking shot glass.
No, but it well, no. Listen, I have a collapsible
Same
shot
deal.
glass. Don't make fun of that. Okay,
Ugh.
that's a different story. But
Well, it's
them
not about the
fucking
size.
Diva
It's
cups,
more about reusing it.
it is 2 ounces. But here's the fucked up part. If you've ever looked at the box on that, it says it's dishwasher safe. Here's my question, ladies and gentlemen: who the fuck is sticking this damn thing in a
Ew.
goddamn fucking
Ew.
dishwasher? Look, and then
Exactly.
see, and people want to know why when I go to people's houses, I bring the food.
Yeah.
I'm
me
like, no,
too.
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
just come here. I'll cook you food.
Yeah, I'm
Because
the
at
same
least
way.
I know
Most
I
toys in
ain't.
dishwasher safe.
Mm.
Most
I
toys in
know.
dishwasher safe, too.
And you want to know how people get fucking pink eyed. There you go.
Right.
Okay, Nicole, what do we got next?
Okay, another one was a mom. She is covered in a robe and she's got her baby on
I like
top
where
of her
this is going.
head. And it's just her baby's face. So it's like a baby skin face, perfect. And she's literally saying when the Botox kicks in. Like, and that being a form of self care. I mean,
I mean, you had me until you said
consider that
baby on the
funny.
head.
yeah.
But is it like liquid baby? What you mean real
No,
baby?
I mean,
And
we're
then
talking
like
real baby, and the baby's smiling, and then and at the top of it says when the Botox kicks in.
I
And
bet
she's
she's got that
walking,
music. When
she's
the
walking,
music was so
and she's
dance and
covered,
play.
and you could see her feet, and you could see her in this robe. She's got arms, and it's this baby's little head. I don't know how she's got.
That's fine.
Here's a better
position.
question. How did you keep the baby up there? Because I don't know. When I remember when kids were small, they don't fucking sit still for shit.
Staple
Right,
it
I
to a
don't know.
fucking-
Staple. Jim's like, yeah, don't worry, just get a Stanley.
Would you consider Botox a
Gorilla
form
Glue?
of self care? I mean, I guess because nails is like getting your nails done, getting your hair done is all taking care of yourself.
Here's
So, like,
my
getting-
thing with self
Do
care.
you think women should get Botox?
If they want.
But exact. I was just about to finish with that. It's up to the person. I don't give a shit. Okay. You want implants? Fine. I'll play with speed. You want natural? I'll play with comfort. I don't give a shit. Just please, any woman that is out there, if I ever end up dating you, please don't get your lips so big that I could dip you in fucking water and slide you onto the wall.
Yeah,
Because
please.
it's not going to be fun for you. I promise. That's not the nailing you onto the wall. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
so
will
true.
never. I'll never make fun of somebody that is doing it to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
The self-care that they do, look, I don't give a shit. You want to do the what is it, the
No,
Brazilian butt lift thing or whatever the hell that is, the
Yeah,
BBL?
now that
or,
one, I mean,
BBL.
well, that one we should, that should
well,
be
that's
set
because
to
you
go
like them
off.
Latin women. Hold on, Jim. Hold. He's like they should have it.
Muy caliente. So the
Hi, papi.
we talked about that the other night too, and I agree with you 100%. What I prefer, no, but it's not that's truly not about me. That's
Exactly.
about self-confidence and feeling good about themselves. And in that case, 100%, you do you. And I support it. But for me, don't do it for me.
Steven said they had a harness for the baby. I just thought that was interesting, but that is true, Jim. Like
Thanks for
I
letting
don't
that
give
out,
a
Pete.
fuck. I don't give a shit about what you'll look like as a female. Like I said it the other night.
Steve's
I
like,
think the sexiest thing is
How
he's
to
on it.
strap a baby to your head.
Right.
And then
Steve-
Chris Hansen walks in.
Yeah, right. I was tonight on Catch a Predator. No, I'm kidding. Chris, Steven, we love you. We're just saying about your internet search might
Do
be
you think it's
inappropriate.
good? You think
Oh,
it's good when women take care of themselves, like as a form of self care? Like, do you think it's
Yeah.
better? Like,
If it
Well,
makes
do
them
you
feel
encourage
better,
it as an
100%.
individual?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
It's like-
ex, I
Yeah.
used to pay for a spa day every week.
Until things
I
get
was
out
like,
of hand. You got to let
Right.
them know if
Facts.
it gets nuts. Be like,
Yeah,
listen,
don't let them get bougie. But
you
if
kinda
they want to
look-
feel
you
good,
kinda
that's,
look
What
like
would
a
be
fucking swole
What's
up fucking ass
bougie?
end of a rhinoceros.
if they want to do it like a spa day every week, no.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing though. If you could afford it,
If you
and
can afford it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're on a
That's
budget, if you're a
cool.
baller on a budget, right, and like she wants to go get her nails done once a month, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
if it
great.
makes her feel good, that's
Yeah,
great.
100%.
Go get it in white; it'll look good around my dick. But anyway, no, I'm
There's
kidding.
a difference between getting nails done and massages and makeup than putting toxins into your body
Facts.
to swell your features up.
Facts.
If you're like, listen, maybe this is an addiction and it's getting a little bit too much for safety
Yeah.
reasons. For safety
Joan
reasons
Rivers.
only,
Don't become Joan Rivers.
it's
Yeah.
just you don't want to
I
look
mean-
like Cat Lady, you know? Like,
Right.
Well, forget
hey,
how. Have you seen these women that try to take a sip out of water and it leaks out the other side of their mouth? They don't even fucking realize it. And they're like,
you're
"Oh,
like, I don't make you happy anymore.
I just
Yeah,
had
I'm
heart attack.
laughing. I'm
Hey, look,
smiling.
I'm really not excited that you can't tell."
Mm-mm.
You know,
It's
like
about
that's a little much.
You look like that one
about
guy. I can't
happiness.
remember his name. He's funny. Yeah, I can't.
I
what's
look
his
like
name?
Diddy in prison. Oh
Oh,
shit!
jeez.
Where's the lube now?
Can I
It's in
buy
the
baby oil in
commissary,
a commissary?
We're making toilet lube tonight. Anyway, but no,
Let me get some Lisa soap up in this piece.
no, but here's, I mean, in all seriousness, self care is important for whether it's man or woman. Doesn't matter. The point of self care is to take care of yourself. Like I have people that are screaming at me today because the first thing I just ate, speaking of little gushers, was literally sneaking one of these into my mouth while we're talking. Right? That's not self care. That's not self love. Right?
Right.
But I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'm not sleeping. That's not self care or self love. One of these days, it's going to catch up. That's why I've had 2 heart attacks, right? Like, you don't take care of yourself, you're going to fucking shut down. Think of your car, right?
Yep.
If you don't maintain your car and regularly fix it, self care, you're going to fucking break down. It's mental health is the same thing. You need
Yeah.
self care, mental health. Sometimes
Yeah.
screaming into your pillow, going to the gun range, angrily beating off in the shower. I don't know. Whatever you do that
Not
makes
too
you,
angrily, 'cause you'll
yeah,
fucking
because
screw
you
yourself
could
up.
really rip it off and fuck it up.
Soap is not a proper lubricant. Let me tell you.
It's not. It turns into friction very quickly, and then it's just like rash. It's really
Wow.
Hot
bad. You end
tooth.
up like,
That's
yeah, but spit on that thing. But like Zach,
But let
do
me
you
tell
agree?
you-
Like, oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Jim.
And think about it. The number one thing that usually gets anybody out of any kind of funk, fucking laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing.
True.
Laugh at yourself.
Fact.
Laugh at, put on a fucking funny movie, even though you're like, I don't feel like watching the shit. Put yourself around people that make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it helps so much.
Yeah.
You
it
could go
does.
from like this to like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you
Like
can.
that. You know?
Laughter is the best thing that pulls you out of it.
the
I
best
just
medicine.
happen to be blessed that I have a small dick. So when I go to pee in the morning, it's the best joke I got, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, look, it looks like a baby's, like, I don't know, but that's just me. No, but truthfully, like, and the other thing too is, I was reading it earlier today, and I wish that I fucking remembered the website, and I feel like an asshole because I was like, oh, we need this. I need to talk about this. But sex is a form of self care. Okay,
Could be
but
an
I'm not
addiction, too.
saying it
Well,
can be
it
an
gives you the
addiction.
endorphins, and endorphins are what makes
Consensually,
you
though.
happy. Yeah.
Consensually, both parties want to do
Working
this.
out also does the same effect.
True, and so does eating
Yeah.
chocolate. Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking
Yes.
busting a nut on a treadmill, I'll tell you that.
Listen, how the fuck are you busting a nut on the treadmill?
I tried.
Actually, I understand you've tried. If there was someone in front of you that you could trip.
Talk
That's a
about
lot of,
fucking road burn.
dude. Could you
Ugh,
imagine if
the
she was in
worst.
front of you and you're walking behind her and you're trying to do your thing and she falls, you fall on top of her, that nipple's coming off.
It's like,
Oh yeah.
Like OFF
Like a
off,
cheese,
like
a cheese
gone.
grater. Yeah.
it's like literally ass over elbows.
Could you imagine the next guy? Because she's definitely leaving you after that. And then the next guy goes,
Or
"Hey, what
maybe
is
not.
this? Oh, I got some road rash here from what? A treadmill? What were you doing on a treadmill? Don't ask." It's like Bruno. Don't ask. Don't
If
ask.
you gotta ask, you can't afford it.
Did you guys hear about the social media complex, which is confusing self-love and self-care with narcissism? Narcissism.
I
No,
believe
tell
it,
us
so.
about this. I believe it too, but what did you find?
Well, pretty much like all the like with how there's like those health influencers like on all the social media platforms that like promote self-love and self-care. That's literally what their platforms are about. Are like they prioritize yourself, not focusing on your faults and never ever changing for others. By doing this, it's altering and improving yourself on the guest of happiness without willingness to grow. Your actions may look like narcissistic tendencies, like lack of empathy, need for admiration, and troubled relationships. Social media complex is misleading, especially to the younger people who are prone to making mistakes in relationships and friendships, especially in the high school era. It's all about us.
Believe it.
Yeah.
So
I
that I
believe
guess
it.
that's called the social media Do you guys think that it's good that they promote self-love and self-care on social media?
If
You
it's
know what?
directed properly, yes.
Do you
Yeah, I was
think
gonna say.
like it's fun, like just making funny videos about it? Like it does make people laugh, or like, do you
Well-
think I don't really get the ones where like, oh, I spent $100 on skincare to form my self-care.
Okay, so here's my thing with that. Like, if you have the money to do that, go for it, right? Like, you want to go buy some Korean fucking skincare routine that costs you $800, put that shit on your face every night because you think you're not going to look like Joan Rivers by the end of it. Fine, by all means. If you want to look like Anne Heche's vagina in 80 years, cool, whatever. My whole thing with it is where it gets toxic is Anne Heche.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, how the fuck do
I
you
didn't
not
hear
know?
you.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do you not know who Anne Heche is?
I thought you said an ass's vagina. I said, what?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the same thing. Anne
What about the
Heche,
whale's anus?
ass vagina, Wells anus on TikTok.
She's
Anyway,
dead, right?
yeah, she passed. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
maybe
Car
not.
wreck.
possibly. Did you hear about Mike? Well, that's
Do you see the last photo when they were putting in the ambulance? She like sat the fuck up.
Yeah.
well,
Is it real?
because she
or
saw a
not?
dick and she decided maybe I changed my mind. No, anyway, but
She's like,
Where-
I gotta say
no.
something about Diddy. We're like, get the fuck back in there.
go away. No one wants to talk to you. Go back to Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Oh,
Anyway,
you're sitting in the
Oh
back
my
of the
god, I
ambulance,
remember
like,
that show. That was a great show.
That's Anne Heche.
Oh, too soon.
"God, this
Too
was-
soon.
It's never too soon. No, but like where I think it can be toxic, really like toxic, is where these women are showing like they're and guys do it too, right? But you see it more with women with the self-care shit, right? So they're wearing these fucking waist trainers and they're literally, and I've seen them on the For You page, and they're pulling these strings as hard, and it's not a corset, it's actually a waist trainer. It's
Mhm.
saran wrap, and they're pulling this shit like, and you're watching their faces turn red, and they tie it off, and you can physically see like their skin pulsating because they're cutting blood off. That I don't think is right. I don't think, advocating for a child to go ahead and get Botox or to go get implants, or that's what you're doing on the platform. Like, look at me, I got new tits. Great, fantastic. Enjoy your new fucking tits. Play with your titties. I
Do
don't
you
care.
think preteens should be using skincare?
Mm-mm.
Well,
No, unless it's for acne.
You have kids younger.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
if it's
that's where
Yeah,
my
unless
kids
it's
get into it.
medicated,
It's
yeah.
about acne, stuff like that. Both the schools that go to are private schools, so they can't wear. My youngest one got in trouble for eyeliner.
Okay,
She's
so
got
like maybe-
see-through blonde, like eyelashes, eyebrows. She's like, if I don't, I look like an albino.
Right.
So I go, let's talk to the school and just say, hey, listen, it's not excessive. It's just a little something because she's self-conscious about it. But
they said no.
no, they were like, that's fine. It just can't be excessive.
Yeah, like no smoky eye and all this shit. Like,
Right.
who wants to
Right.
see a fucking 7-year-old with fucking hooker makeup on? Am I
Right.
at
Well, no,
middle
they're
school or Hunts Point?
13
Are you
and
calling me
15.
a hooker?
No,
I
I
got
said a
the-
child. No, you
no,
look
you
good with
said
that.
it with the, no, you said
No,
you
you
said
can
hooker
keep doing.
makeup.
No,
No,
you
you-
keep doing that. I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about these
Yeah, don't
13-year-old
talk that
kids
shit.
Right.
that like
It's age appropriate and what's not.
Right.
Age
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
right,
I know.
right.
I was just kind
like
of
look, we've seen you shake your booty for that corky, and I
right.
approve. I listen, podcast, I approve.
No, but
But
right, I wouldn't want my child. I don't like my kids. I mean, my kid, I want them to like wash their face,
Right.
Yeah.
but like I don't
Yeah.
want them to like be
I
like
take them to the store to go get the stuff. I'm like, well, what's this for?
right.
This helps with
But
this,
like
and this helps with that.
my
I
daughter's
sleep with
12 and
this.
her friends are going to Sephora and getting the skincare and makeup that I use.
Yeah, that's
Like
much.
that's just
To me, that's much.
that's the one thing that I don't like about the social media with the self-care, like because it makes us like protect, like see it differently, and it shouldn't be like that. Like we should be taking care of ourselves, sleep well, eat well, blah blah, like the
And
basics.
for Joe and Jim and I, we can't tell if these girls are 13 or 30 anymore. It's
That's
terrifying.
oh, like remember when we
It's
were
scary.
kids?
Right.
There was a big gap. Like you
Yep.
saw them, and then they hit high school, and you were like, "Oh, damn!"
Let
Now
me
you're
tell
like,
you, working in the bar industry, I'll come out of the kitchen, walk around. I'm like, there's these four. Did you
Andrew
card
said it the
them?
best. It's a
And
trap.
they're like, oh yeah,
Right?
we
It
carded
is,
them. I'm like,
Andrew.
there's no fucking way they're 21. They're
And
like
then the
22 and
idiot
23.
bouncer is like,
I'm like,
"Here's the
what?
ID cards," and then you look at them, and you're like, "Holy shit!" I'm just getting that fucking old. But like,
Yeah.
but it's true though. It's fucking
Right.
insane. Girls are looking more and more mature, younger and younger. And the
Yeah.
other thing is,
Plus, it's the older we get. I
But
think.
what is
we
cha-
yeah, true.
kinda
Oh, is
lose
that what it
too.
is?
I
To
think
me,
it's. I think
food
it has
habit.
to do with us getting old and also society a lot. Like, so when we were kids, what did we have? We had Barbie dolls, right? All the girls wanted to be fucking thin, blonde hair, blue eyes, and all this shit. That's what they tried for. It wasn't, trailer trash Barbie. Let's get knocked up at 13 with fucking, war paint on our faces. But here's the main thing with this is social media is an addiction, right? It's a fucking addiction. So
Yeah.
how many? And I know you all have been on TikTok scrolling, right? And you all see these videos of these girls. Now imagine you're a 13-year-old girl. Think about when we were kids. We didn't have the internet like that. You had that computer in the middle of the dining room. You couldn't look up shit. God forbid you tried to look up porn. God, for
Right.
fuck's sake.
Yeah,
It
it was my
load
parents'
every
computer.
pixel. Right. And then you had dial up where it would be like
Yeah,
blah, blah,
DSL.
blah.
Dixon.
Right.
You had
Dick
the
sucking
Sears
lips.
catalog and a laundry section at Sears.
Look, I prefer
mean-
Woolworths and Fredericks of Hollywood. But
If you were
And-
lucky to get a Fredericks of Hollywood, you were like
listen,
fucking
okay,
jackpot.
so we got Fredericks of Hollywood at the house, right? And I don't know where it came from. I
That's
didn't even know
fine.
what the fuck this shit was, but I grabbed it. I would go in and you'd see like see-through shit. I'm like, is that Bush? Like I got real close to it. And then one day my dad's like, Susan, we're supposed to be having all these magazines come to the house and they keep disappearing. And my mom's like, which ones? And he's like, you know which ones. And I'm like, oh, Fredericks of Hollywood. He goes, come here, little fucker. And he chased me the whole way around the house. He knew
Under my
damn
bed.
well. Oh, listen, no, they were hidden in the little stash hole that I had. Maybe I was getting ready for trap
And this
houses
here.
and stuff. But no, but it's true. It's that's the biggest thing. Like we didn't have that as a kid, so it wasn't shoved down our face all the time. Now you get on these apps, and these kids are just sitting there fucking scroll. They're watching YouTube Shorts. They're watching TikTok. They're on Snapchat, which I do not agree with. I don't think any fucking child should have Snapchat. There should be a 21-year-old. You're old enough to go to college, you can go ahead and get Snapchat. Other than that, fuck off. But that's the addiction. That's the problem. It's that we're forcing this because they're looking at you, Nicole, and going, wow, she looks beautiful. I want to look like that. And now you have a 13. I'm just using you as the example.
Yeah, I
'cause
know.
but like now they're sitting there trying the smoky eye, but they put it on too much. So now it's like, you know what I mean? Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't. I don't
No,
know.
I feel
Well, let me tell you what really made me uncomfortable. Last summer, I went up to Northern Ontario to a friend of mine's 50th birthday. He owns a bar, restaurant, and the drinking age to get in was 19. Now,
Mhm.
you know, here it's 21. 19 and 20-year-olds are going to try to sneak in. Well, up
Mhm.
there, now 16, 17-year-olds are trying to sneak in. And I'm looking around the dance floor and I'm like, wow, these are kids. Like, he
Right.
goes, yeah, I know. He
I mean,
goes,
I
"It's-"
was going there at 19, so yeah, I bet there was 16
I'm like,
I
this
mean-
is insane, man. I go, this is
with fake
uncomfortable.
IDs going
Like,
in
this
there.
is uncomfortable.
I mean, to be fair, I got a tattoo in Canada underage. I was 16 years old. The age for that is 18.
Yeah,
I
I got my
walked
tongue
right
pierced
in.
15 in Canada.
Yeah, I got the exit only tattoo on a school field trip. Well, I bought
Yeah.
all the alcohol and we went into the strip club because I had a beer and I vouched for everybody. I came back to Pittsburgh. I ended up working at the bar that closed down that's in Ohio still, but I started there. I was underage. I snuck in and they're like, "You're a big guy. We want you as a bouncer." I'm like, "Sign me up." You mean hot girls dancing on a bar? Yeah, I'll do it. No problem. Till I had to fill out the paperwork like an asshole and say, "What's your age?" And I'm like, I'm 18. They're like, "Are you?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "We'll pay you cash."
Deal.
But that's kids today it's that me now generation. They're too old for their own fucking britches. That's the thing. They're 13 going on 45. It's like slow the fuck down. Enjoy roses. Self-care. Exact. Don't be talking about West Virginia hills. We ain't talking about West Virginia. Stop. I just saw that come up. Look here. Here you go. Thank you, Jen. Leave West Virginia out of this. No, but really, it's just I think that society, like we had the Got Milk commercials, we had the swimsuit edition, we had like things that were trying to push Mountain Mama, but like try to push sexiness in business. But nowadays it's become so molested and so perverse that like shit when we were kids you wouldn't see as an advertisement. But remember the movies we saw, Porky's, that was rated PG.
Yeah, really.
I think the first time I saw Bush and titties was in Porky's.
Yeah.
Right. I just tried to, I wanted to find Porky's. I
11
couldn't
or
find
12.
it. Right. Okay, Nicole, what do we got next?
Let me see. I don't think I have anything else.
Yes.
Like I don't know about another like funny one. It's just
No, let's do it. You know what? Let's end on a serious one then.
oh no, I mean there's nothing like I mean not serious. There was another one where it was a skit of a couple and the woman is doing her self-care on her husband and he walks in and stares at her and it's pretty much like your husband walks in and you're doing this. No, not that one. I'm sorry. There was another one where it's a couple and she's got self-care, she's got the skin mask on, and then she's doing it to him and he's like, do I have to be like you? And pretty much her thing was like, everyone's got to be like me. Like everyone is doing this. Like, so you got to be doing this. And literally it was hurting. Like you could see her face skin burned with the skin mask on top. And then now she's putting that same stuff on her husband and making it seem like it was no big deal. That like self-love or like self-care was like pain. And like, but self-care is not supposed to be painful.
I was going to say, isn't that like stilettos is pain? But I will say this, though. I would, if I was with somebody and they were like, let's do a self-care night. And I'm a big burly guy. Okay. Let's be realistic. I'm a fat guy with a beard. You're not going to really see me putting on face masks and shit. But if it was to do something with the person I'm with to do self-care and self-love, I'd fucking do it. Yeah. Look, you want to paint my toes? Go for it. Knock yourself. You're going to take it off afterwards.
Yeah.
But you could, because I can't reach my toes. But we could definitely, you could go ahead and do it. Like I've went and got a pedicure. I'm not going to say I haven't. It was clear, let me tell you. But I let that little ling, scrub my bottom of my foot. It was fine. But I felt weird about it, but I didn't mind doing it because I was doing it with the person I cared about. So really, it's all about like loving yourself and like mental health, which we talk about a lot. We always have, and every fucking live that we do on TikTok, we're always talking about it. Self-love plays into that, doesn't it? Right? Yeah. Like if I have shitty mental health, I could tell you right now, this week I have not done, let's see, I don't think I did one fucking thing for myself this week, like to take a minute away from everything and say, I'm going to go do this because I want to go do it. Like go get a haircut or go see a movie or just zone out. But I'm the biggest advocate for it, right? Like that's how fucked up is that? But I mean, I know you are that, Zach. I know Jim does it, and I know Nicole runs around like a fucking chicken without her head too. Not those black chickens that ate the other chickens. If you don't know, it's on her Snap story. But go ahead. What were you going to say, Zach?
Yeah, those black chickens were little bitches.
I'm just listening. I'm listening.
She had black chickens that apparently ate the other chickens, like carnivore chickens.
Yeah, so we had to separate them. Yeah.
Segregated chickens.
I added your wife, so I think she might have seen that story if she watched
No,
it.
seriously, like she said, look, your Popeyes, your KFC, stay there, you stay there. Like she
Yeah,
said,
we had
fuck
like
this.
different I had like at one
My
time I
head's
had
going
like
like this right
40
now.
chickens
I know.
and ducks.
You could, Jim, knock yourself, go for it. But that's the thing, though. She's walking around. She goes, "Look, this was a horse thing, and here we made chicken coops."
Yeah, and
But
this
I don't
is
know.
from his
There's a
second
big.
wife because
She's like, "There's this big ass hole. I don't know what's living in this."
It's from
Oh,
And I'm
yeah,
looking at,
there's these
and
big
she
ass
showed
holes.
this fucking hole that looked like Lacey could have jumped
this
out of
big.
it. It
Like
was like
literally,
it
I
was
could put my
fucking
head
big.
through it.
Yeah, it looked like if
Hey.
someone was in that, it looked like birthing a baby. Swear.
And they were everywhere in that duck cage, that horse stall. Like they were everywhere. These big ass
That's
holes.
coyotes. That's some coyotes.
Yeah, I mean we got
Seriously.
deer running our backyard, our property too.
Yeah, but deer don't eat chickens. Coyotes eat
They
chickens.
do.
And
They eat your
afterwards,
fucking plants. They ate a bunch of my fucking flower beds.
listen, if they're eating my devil's lettuce, I'll fucking shoot them and they can be
Right?
up there on the wall right next to the
you
other
can only
four.
shoot deer
If they're
at
eating
certain
that,
times of
they
the
ain't
year. I
gonna
can't.
go
We
too far.
we have
Yeah.
wild deer in our property, and we cannot shoot them whenever we want. We have to
Yeah,
wait till.
well, actually, you can. So there's a stipulation to that. So you have hunting season, which is coming up right around the corner. My
Yeah, but there's
favorite.
also the kids season too. That comes
right,
first.
which is like
Which is
2
like
weeks
right now.
before it, and then you
Yeah.
have bow hunting and whatnot. But you can get a nuisance tag.
Yep.
So where you live, where I live, if they're fucking up your crop and shit, you can get a nuisance tag, and they'll actually pay you to take them out.
Yeah, they will.
Here, I could do coyote all day long, all year round, and I get $50 a tail for it. Could you
Yeah,
imagine?
we also have the eagles too, the bald eagles.
We can't
Oh,
touch those. Those are protected as fuck. You can't. Nope.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what also was eating some of when we were free roaming the chickens.
Well, yeah, free
Hawks.
roam, and they're gonna come right down and just whoop and go.
Yeah,
We
and
had
we literally
hawks.
our property's
hawks getting
open.
there.
Like there's a woods in the back, but then it's open the rest of the property, like no trees. You cut them all down,
Yeah.
and literally we live by a power line, so it sucks. So
I
they
we
just
had
like
hawks
hang
and
out up
coyotes
there.
get ours.
Quick question for you, Nicole. How good do you make biscuits?
I make them really fucking good.
You make a good biscuit. We
Yeah,
need to
you
get
see
her.
my biscuits I make?
I did not, but all I keep thinking about is this black chicken and the white chickens and biscuits. I don't know. For
Oh.
some reason I'm feeling like Popeyes, finger licking good. I don't
Hey,
know.
that's
I'm
what I
just
had
saying.
for dinner tonight, chicken pot
Shut
pie.
the fuck up. Oh,
Yes,
I
I
thought you were going to
fucking
say
did.
Popeyes. I was like, shut up. No, you didn't.
Oh.
Chicken pot pie. So did you go
Yeah.
out there, yoke one of them out of it, throw
We
it
don't have
down,
them anymore. They're all dead.
and get some chicks?
No, never again.
Yeah,
We
that's
said
what
the
most
same
of us say.
thing. I gave
Because
the
if I
best
get them
chicken.
again, we have some animal living in the barn and they'll just die off again. And then I'll get some black chickens and they'll hate the white chicken. I mean, it's just all bad.
It's turf war.
It's all bad.
I
That's
just-
seriously, it was the silky. So white, I had white silky. Do you know anything about
Well, I
chickens
hear
or
that
no?
the silkies are ignorant breeds anyway of chicken. No,
No,
to be fair,
it was no. They were killing my whites. I had these beautiful white silkies, like whitish gray silkies, and they're beautiful and they're hard to get, like at Tractor Supply. Like they literally barely ever have them there. They have regular chickens and regular ducks, but no silkies. You have to
we
like
have
special
silkies
order
over
them.
here.
Well, not here in fucking.
It costs you
uh,
$20 to go in,
Michigan.
though. It's a strip club.
And then you have to buy 4 at a time. Like they will not sell them individually. You have to buy 4 when you buy
On-
them.
I thought you said something else.
I said strip clubs. Silkies up here. There's 4.
No, I thought she said
it's
you
a
had
strip
to
club.
backdoor them. I was like, how do
No,
you
she
backdoor
said 4.
chicken?
You have to buy them
Yeah.
4 at a time, Jim. Well, listen, I'm
Yeah.
sure, Jim. You know what? You do the research for the next podcast on that one.
How do you backdoor chicken?
How do you do a backdoor? Is it kind of like beer chicken?
Just don't use a black chicken. They ain't gonna walk right for a week.
Listen, I'm just saying, like when she said that, I was like, I looked it up. I was like, what did she mean? And there's a breed of chicken that all they are is black. There's no other color, and they're fucking ignorant. They use them for cockfighting.
Yeah, they do. They literally were fighting each other. The black and then their necks would go way up, and they would.
Yeah, no, like
And
they
They
literally
hurt
it's
each other. I was like, oh
like
my
a
god.
dick on Viagra. It jolts up,
Yeah.
all the feathers come
Yeah,
out, and then
I
it
see.
Yeah,
fights you.
it's scary. It's scary. And then when I'd feed them, I hated to feed them because they were mean. They would attack me when I come to them and bring their food. And then they would start attacking each other. Like, 'cause there would always be a dominant black one, one would be dominant over the others. And yeah, it was the fattest one. fucker.
Listen, we usually are the meanest bastard out there.
Right.
You know,
Anyway,
especially if you're in a
story
cockfight.
time.
I mean, I'm just hung like, you know, like
I
9/16
can't
of an
fucking
inch.
breathe, bro. I can't
You told
breathe.
me you were hung.
I'm hung like 9/16 of an
No,
inch.
that's not hung enough.
Well, here's the thing: if you undersell the shit out of it, you can't get disappointed.
I mean,
Right,
9/16 can't even
yeah,
be hung.
yeah.
It can't even be hung.
Well, if you're fat enough, it kind of acts like an innie instead of an outie. But don't. What the fuck were you doing over there, Zach? I just all of a sudden I just,
What are we,
you
a
just see him
phoenix?
going like, who's over
Self-care. Self-care.
there? You're doing it over there.
Ah!
Jesus, holy crap! Listen, we don't
Sorry
want to
about
see
that,
it,
guys.
man. We can't do that on this podcast. The spicy link we can do that on, but not here.
Yeah. I was telling her she was stomping like a maniac when she was walking.
It's fine.
And then I
It's
yeeted my phone right off the table.
We just thought you were trying to give us a closer look at something else. I mean, I know my eyes went wide. I think Nicole's did too, but I wasn't breaking from the screen. I'm like, is he really pulling this out on here?
I just gotta chill.
You might
Why?
need your peanut butter, buddy.
Yeah, it's a good peanut butter tonight.
Is that good? Good. My God. Okay, so before we, okay, I know sex toys was the
That's
other
true.
night, but to wrap up tonight, kind of end on a funny fucking hilarious note. What was the first thing that one of your buddies told you, Nicole, you too, that was like the weirdest thing? Like, here, you know, this is what you do to beat yourself off. Go get, you know, like the apple pie, the warm peanut butter, the melon, like girls' toothbrushes and bedposts or whatever, doorknobs. I still don't know how the fuck you're getting on a doorknob. That to me doesn't make sense. What was the weirdest thing you were ever that ever like self-love kind of topic?
We call that. I mean, I guess.
I mean, it's self-love. I mean, if I'm laying in bed and I'm touching myself, the only one loving me is me.
Facts.
I can't really say that anyone's ever told me
So-
something like that.
A buddy of mine, when we were in school, we were in the locker room, and
Yeah, I don't think I ever.
no one ever said some weird shit to you. No one, not once.
No.
No one ever said some off the wall shit, and you were like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Yeah,
Okay,
you know."
actually, I'm
No,
gonna take
dog,
that
it's
back.
usually
I'm
me.
gonna take that back. Wait. So we were seniors in high school, and that's like when it was the eat, like everybody was the eat time, you know,
Yeah, you could say
like
something. You're
Pikachu's and
active,
like the dolphins time. Hold on, let me get
Yeah.
this to my daughter. Hold on 1 second. Here, Kayla.
See,
You're
we
welcome.
got
Anyway, sorry about.
hump a pillow is one of the comments.
So my friend comes out of the bathroom and she's tripping or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, all you do is you grab a washcloth and you get really wet or hot, and you put it by your kitty, and it was supposed to be like almost like an orgasm." So
See, now
I was
when we did
I was like-
candy flipping, that shit was crazy.
tripping out. Like that was, I guess, the weirdest thing I ever heard. And she was like, I just couldn't believe she came out of the bathroom saying. I was just like, and we were like 18, but
So we're in high school. We take a half a cut of mushrooms and one of the double stacks, and we're sitting there, and it's me, 3 girls that we did this with, and my buddy. And he comes over and he goes, "Dude, I gotta go beat this right now." And I'm like, "Dude, there's 3 girls here. Why don't you try to shoot your game?" He's like, "Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm horny as fuck, and everything I touch, I gotta touch." I'm like, Go somewhere else. Get the fuck away from me. You're ruining my shit. Like, please go the fuck away. And he comes back and he goes, "I really wouldn't eat the watermelon that's in your fridge." And I said, "Why?"
Oh my god.
And he legitimately popped a fucking hole and went to town on the fucking. I swear to God, we caught it on the fucking house camera because this idiot went outside. Why would you go outside? First of all, why would you violate a watermelon? Second of all, what in someone else's house? Third, why outside?
If you're on fucking mushrooms, buddy.
Well, I mean, facts. Okay, we weren't, we were young, dumb, full of cum, but
Good
like,
point.
I mean, I felt horny as fuck too. I started talking to the sisters, and to be honest with you,
Skittles.
like, we're not going to go into their names because I don't want to dox anybody, but they were twins in our high school, and it was fun. It was fun. They got pissed. I had a blast, but a
Yeah.
washcloth. The only
Yeah.
time See, most men's washcloths can
I
stand
actually
up on
throw
their
it
own.
away
Right.
afterwards. but
Oh, I definitely would have thrown that away, like I did with the fucking watermelon. Zach, you ever heard
I
any
just couldn't
crazy
believe
shit?
she can't. I don't know. I was like,
It was
that.
kind of
I
like
was like, I would have rather just hooked up. Like,
the
That's-
Drew thing, but it was like, dude was like, you know, the crack between the cushions of the couch. I was like, oh, don't even go there, and I knew
Shut the
exactly
fuck
what he
up.
meant. Yeah,
was a
I knew
couch
exactly
fucker?
what he meant.
He literally looked at your couch and was like, "Yo, let me get up all in
Right?
these fucking cushions."
Just rubbing the top of it.
Did he
Guys.
marry one of them 1,000-pound sister girls? Tell me he did. I will fucking die. Well, I mean, think about it. You're
I don't
fucking
know
a
where he's
couch.
at.
That ain't tight at all.
Well,
No.
you ever heard of a fifi?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, you explain it.
So you take a rubber glove,
Sure.
put like Vaseline in it, wrap it up in a towel and tie it up so it's tight. Put it in a microwave. Oh, a damp towel. Put it in a microwave for like 30 seconds so it warms up. Dunsky.
See, there was this kid in high school got caught with that in his
So-
locker, but it was a Pringles can.
so it's like what, like being in a warm can.
I guess when we were kids, we thought it felt like it was the real thing, but we didn't know any
Okay.
better.
Well, that was a jail thing.
Well, so's the Pringles can too. You get 2
You
sponges
ain't
from the
getting no Pringles
commissary.
cans in there, buddy.
Well,
You'll get
Out
some
here
love-
they
love
did.
Zafine with
They
it
get
and
the
a
little
mothball.
short stack ones with no lid. Which I never understood that. You gave them the fucking
Except for the
can that
tip.
has a metal bottom, and you take the lid off because it's plastic. Like what the fuck is the lid gonna do? They got a metal bottom they can
Yeah.
fasten into a shank, but they would put like the sponges on the side, stick the glove on, flip it over, and do the same thing with the fucking Vaseline in it. Made no fucking sense. Now they sell fleshlights for $500 or whatever
Same
the fuck
thing.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an upgraded version with technology, and now all you have to do is hold it like a fucking
Now you got the ones
NASCAR
with the
wheel,
handles.
and you hit the button. It's like
Fucking
it's like playing fucking Xbox. You're hitting the buttons. It's going like I don't fucking know anymore. Graybeard, you're Timu has them cheaper.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, and they're going to fucking rip your dick apart.
Speechless. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I would ever trust my dick inside of a Terminator.
Hey, $20 is $20. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. I understand in this economy. In this economy, I get it, but like a fucking like the
You're
thing's
like-
automatic.
Hit like and follow.
Yeah, like and share. Like like I mean, well, Jen showed the other one the other day where it was like the fucking. It's like a goddamn wand with a fucking head on it like this, and it's fucking 3,000.
Do you know my friend
of these-
Iceland? He said the part he saw, he's like, and she said she had an extension cord.
Well, I mean, I'd be pretty pissed if you're going to town.
He said
It's
that was
plugged into a
funny.
wall and you roll over and it unplugs.
I can't have my
And
tits out like
it's
that.
a
I don't even
magic
want to
wand.
know.
It's like, did she name that thing like after Harry Potter? Like, let me go get Gryffindor over here. Let's get the sorting hat. But
The
like, I
Sorcerer's
don't
Stone.
know. You can get a Horcrux tonight. You want that butter beer? Fucking, I just ruined Harry Potter for half the people. I'm sorry,
Yo.
guys.
Oh God.
She'll
can't
show
die,
you her
I'm
chamber
sorry.
of secrets.
Candace.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I Hufflepuff. I gotta stop because I'm gonna piss somebody off with that. So okay, well, Nicole, you did all the research tonight, so you get to wrap up the show. What do you
She
mean,
don't
what?
wrap up anything.
Give us your Listen, I don't wrap up anything. That's why I probably have 10,000 kids, and I don't pull out like my couch. No, but give us
Okay,
your final
hi.
thought.
I'm gonna read off the 13 things, and that's how we'll end it.
Here's our final thought. There you go, guys.
All right, 13 steps to achieving total self-care and self-love. Stop comparing yourself to others. 2, don't worry about others' opinions. 3, allow yourself to make mistakes. 4, remember your value doesn't lie in how your body looks. 5, don't be afraid to let go of toxic people. 6, process your fears. 7, trust yourself to make good decisions. 8, take every opportunity of life presents or create your own. 9, put yourself first. 10, feel pain and joy as fully as you can. 11, exercise in public. See beauty in the simple things and be kind to yourself.
That's awesome. That's actually all of it is fantastic.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You
So
hear that, chat?
Yes. New
I don't know that
podcast.
much.
What is the name of your toys' private parts?
I mean, mine's Princess Sophia. We'll just say that. Anyway, but remember,
Mine's Little
I
guys,
don't have a name.
well, you know what? Think
I
of a
don't think
name
of
for
it
next
that
time.
hard. Okay.
You don't think of it that hard. You play with it that hard.
Not really, but maybe.
Yeah, we've seen it.
You did see it. Doesn't mean it's played with a lot.
Anyway, so guys, as always, just remember, go up to the top, click the link, subscribe, please. These are great people. We come back and we do this every night. We want to make you laugh. We want to help you guys get through some mental health. Remember, it's okay not to be okay, and you're all fucking amazing. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you had fun. Lots of love. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye, guys.
Maybe we're not going to see you tomorrow night. Give me a minute. You're just going to, I don't know.
We'll just
All right. Carl.
Carl.
Everybody pause.
Carl
hurry.
fell asleep. Carl's jacking off.
Probably.